Welcome to Straight Talk Review with your host, Tony Glover. The topic of discussion, dating versus tricking. If we were to think about it and look, the image of dating has been planted in our heads by the media sector. The first date, which is just the start of what may turn out to be the largest spending spree, dating has increasingly tapped our wallets. For example, when you go out and buy flowers, gifts, dinners, movie tickets, are just a few things that a man has to do on a budget. But think about it this way, guys. Regards to the dating and tricking type of deal. For you to, let's say, trick, just say I get a few extra bucks up, pay a girl, because when it comes down to it, it's just about sex, right? So if it's just about the sex, are you on the spectrum, on the other end of the spectrum when it comes down to tricking? Or are you on the traditional spectrum when it comes down to dating? And I'm not saying that buying gifts, candy, and all this other kind of stuff for a significant other or someone that you find yourself to want to be or aspire to be with is such a bad thing. But when we really look at it between the two, I just want to know what is your opinion in regards to the dating or tricking. I mean, I don't know anything about the tricking part of it, but most guys I have actually interviewed and talked with talked about the tricking part of it. And it's a lifestyle that they seem to know very well or comfortable with. Several instances, if they got to spend out money instead of spending $100 on a date, they feel that they can, let's say, use that $100 to, let's say, trick with a female, because ultimately the goal, I guess, with some men is sex. Not all guys, but most of the guys, they feel, hey, if I'm going to be spending, the ultimate goal is the sex. So I want to know, where do you fall in on that spectrum? Are you on the dating side of it, or are you on the tricking side of it? So that's what we need to. That's what I'm trying to determine, trying to find out. Now, the dating part of it, which is what we have been accustomed to doing, if it's someone that you really like and really care to get to know, which is not a bad thing. But when you typically are dating these women today, and their expectations and their goals are, let's say, higher than what is considered to be normal, then it creates a problem. And I give you an example. It's that if a woman decides to want to go out with you, she wants to know what type of vehicle. It ain't just the vehicle. What type of car you own, what's your bank account, what you are really into before she can consider going out with you. Now, to me, I find that to be a very, very superficial in most respects. I really do. I find that to be very, very superficial. And if this is what you're running across in a typical arena, then I can understand for guys that feel more comfortable in tricking. But if you're looking for, let's say, a long term, loving, committed relationship, then at some point in time, I know the tricking game is only temporarily. But some guys, I could be wrong. It could be a long lasting thing. Maybe some guys feel they have given up on the dating game, never got in any I guess you could say, leeway in regards to the dating game. So those issues are very valid. I mean, I can understand that. But regards to the dating part of it, and when you're typically are dating a typical woman, and things of that nature, and if it's very superficial, and let's be real, especially in the hood, where you have a lot of superficial, very cutthroats, in communities that some of us are that know very well, I should say. So I just want to know where you guys once again fall on in regards to this. I mean, the dating game is looking more and more towards the tricking game, especially for the younger generations that's underneath us, like maybe 20 years or so or whatever. I mean, it's pretty bad out there. It's a bad thing for dating. So with the and then with the economy, the way the money is not out there on the streets as it used to be. So which have actually, let's say, clamped down even tighter, as far as with the women that want to align themselves with someone that's doing at least better than them. Because once again, we all know that women trade up; they don't trade down. With men, I mean, we align ourselves with reproduction. Women align themselves on survival. So that's what it comes down to. That's where our minds, our brains are hardwired to. And I get that. I mean, that's a valid point, But in regards to this thing we call in dating, it's not traditionally what it used to be, where prices of a movie ticket, what is it, roughly about $8, whatever. And then the dinner, you know, gifts, flowers, that kind of stuff, candy, And then they did a statistic over, let's say, over the dating to matrimony, you're roughly looking at about $40,000. So it is an investment. I mean, it really is. But it can be a good investment if you align yourself with the right person. But once again, I just want to know where you guys stand at on this in regards to the dating. Is it dating or versus tricking? Dating versus tricking, which is it? I'd like to really, really hear from what you guys in regards to your, let's say, opinions on this. I appreciate it.